So I was thinking, it was the summer of 2021. I was hard working on finishing up a side project for the clothing brand Underrated that I had with two friends. We started the clothing brand in 2018. It was going okay, story for a different day, but I was working on a side project that should release before one of our last seasons, season 4. One day morning in August, I sat down in the living room and I set myself the goal that I would work as long as I needed to complete the project, because season 4 was scheduled for a week later, so we had a time constraint. I wanted to get it done. The project was like a building up project to the season. So I sat down, I started working in the morning, 8 a.m. I was alone at home at that time. My parents were on vacation, my sister was on vacation. It was me and my dog, Knox, small English bulldog. Gave Knox food for the morning, sat down, started work. AirPods in, complete focus. I was designing, I was creating, I was doing what I wanted to do, what I needed to do at that moment. And then I started losing track of time, I guess. I was just working. I didn't know it's summer, it was bright outside still. Knox comes and I see Knox walking around through the living room, which was like he wanted to go out sometimes in the garden. He came in, he went out, he came in. But then he started like being annoying. He came, looked at me, barked at me, started like and I didn't understand what he wanted. I was like, what do you want? What is the problem? Do you want to speak? Do you want to watch TV? What do you want to do? And then I watched the clock and it was 3 p.m. 7 hours after I started. I started at 8. And so it was time also for Knox to eat. And he was begging, basically asking for me to give him food and to go and take a walk. And for me, like, the moment I looked at the clock, it felt like something was wrong, something was off. Like, how could I have been working for 7 hours? It didn't feel like 7 hours. It felt like this. The thing is, I wasn't done, but I was 99% done with the project. But the project I was working on was Project Wallpaper Series 2. It was something to come before Season 4, to hype people, to give them something to be prepared for Season 4. And I was basically done. But that 7 hours felt like, let's say, half an hour, 1 hour. And so why the whole story? The point I'm trying to make is, if you find something, a project, your hobby, something that really inspires you and where you lose the sense of time, that's the greatest gift you can give yourself, basically. Why? Well, basically, focus is obsession and obsession is focus. Meaning, I was so obsessed with the project, finishing it, that my whole focus turned into this obsession. I couldn't stop working. I didn't notice the time go by. I basically became one with time, what people call flow, right? You enter this flow state where you don't notice your energy going away. The contrary, your energy goes up the more you work because you are so invested into it. The time just flies by. You don't have the sense of time. Time, either way, as we know it, for minutes, hours, days, months, years, is a construct of humans, right? Time is just the evolution and the growing, rising and dying of things. That's time, basically. The planet standing somewhere in the universe around the sun, that's time. The planet just turning by itself, day, night, that's time. But the actual hours we give it to them, that's a human construct. So you becoming one with this movement of flow, with this movement of life that is pushing us forward, is basically the flow we have. And when you're obsessed with your work and when you enter this state, it's the most powerful thing we have. It's superpower. We are one with time, we are one with our work, we are one with our energy. And so we forget to eat, we forget to drink, we forget to go to the toilet, we forget to give our dog food who might be barking for us and we don't know because we don't speak bulldogish. Just a quick thought.